Hi there, welcome back. How are you today? So in this beautiful video, I just wanted to talk about our gorgeous ego. The spirit guides want to bring this through today. That, so many people out there have such a negative view. I keep seeing all these comments on Facebook about the poor old ego. And today we just want to restore our... just wanted to give love for it. And share a different perspective for you to look at when you're looking at your ego or looking at your separate I, as we call it. Yeah. So, I was the same for such a long time. I used to think that my ego is sabotaging me all the time, because it's always full of negative thoughts and all these fears and all these doubts and all these worries. And it's so easy to look at the ego as the bad guy, so easy. So we want to walk you through the truth of the ego. That our prayer is that by the end of this gorgeous video, you can begin to have maybe a little bit of love for it. Little, even if it's that little, it doesn't matter. It's that little. We'll see how we go. So, my beautiful beings, the ego is a tool that we are given. It is a gift that we are given to have this gorgeous human experience. Without the ego, this human experience is not possible. It's not possible. Through the ego, we learn. Notice this word learn. We learn to judge things as good and bad and right and wrong. It's through the ego that we have these judgments. But we learn these judgments from our childhood. We learn them from the people around us, from our environment. You're not born with judgments. You're not born as a baby and you look at your mum and go, oh, wow, I don't like her. She looks mean. Or you look at your dad and, oh, he looks soft or whatever, or he looks weak or whatever it is, As a baby, you're just pure unconditional love. You don't come out looking at your mother like, oh, I don't like her very much. She looks nasty or whatever it is. A baby doesn't have those thoughts. It doesn't have any thoughts yet. It is blank. It's just unconditional love to the baby. Through the eyes of a baby, everything is amazing in this world. Everything is amazing. It just arrived. Can you imagine opening your eyes for the very first time and seeing other human beings? Just amazing. And then as you start to grow, you get to see the trees and the birds. You get to hear the birds. Just watch a child, a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. They're fascinated with everything in this world. Everything is fascinating to them. Everything. Because it's all new. It's all new. It doesn't have an idea of what it is yet. It is taught by the grown-ups around it what this is and what that is. That is a tree. This is a bird. That is a butterfly. I am your mum. This is your dad. Everything has a name. Everything has a label. We learn all the words for everything so that we can, we can have conversations as we do. But the judgments that the ego takes on, we learn them from our environment. We learn them. That's very important. It's very important that you understand that every single judgment that you have ever held within you, you have learned it from the beings in your life as you were little, from your parents or guardians, whoever it was that raised you, from your school, from church, all of these judgments that we take on. And from the judgments are all the beliefs that are created. Because if you're told over and over and over again that that is wrong, then there's a belief, oh, that is wrong. It's not just a judgment, but there's a belief about it that that's wrong. So all of our beliefs are created and they're stored. I can't remember what book it's in. I think it's in You Can Change Your Past, where the ego, there's an analogy, that didn't come out right, that the ego is like a filing cabinet, and it just files everything away. The mind, it just files everything away. The events, everything that's happened, it's all filed away. Then the ego comes along, right? So the mind is filing all of these things away. This happened, there's the memory there. This happened, there's the memory there. This happened, there's the memory there. Then the ego comes through. Oh, this memory is good, this memory is bad, this memory is right, this memory is wrong. Judge, belief. The ego comes along and starts creating from these events. If something happens enough times, creating pain within us, then the ego just files that away as, oh, that's bad. We want to avoid that because pain doesn't feel nice. So of course the mind, the ego is protecting you. I don't want to feel that again. That just felt crappy. It made me feel bad. I don't want to feel that again. It's not good. It's not nice. So it goes into the filing cabinet, and that event, it'll put a little tag on it. The ego comes in and goes, okay, it's a negative experience. Let's put that in the negative file. We don't want to go through that again. And so you spend so much time avoiding, because that's the ego's job. It's the job. It's creating this gorgeous human experience for you through the ego. Without it, you can't have this experience. Without the ego, all you would see is love. All you would see is spirit working everywhere. There would be no judgments because it's spirit and it's serving you. Why would I judge that? I know within myself, because I am unconditional love, that this love that I came from to be here on this planet, I left this love. Well, in truth, you never leave this love. It's the illusion when we enter this reality, this simulation. It's the illusion that we're separate to have this human experience. This is the illusion that's created. And so the illusion is that now I'm separate and I'm here and I'm having this experience. But if we don't have this gorgeous ego, this tool to have this human experience, all you would see is spirit serving you in every moment. Everything that is happening, you would realize, you would understand, this is happening for me. You would know, oh yeah, because I chose this before I came here. I remember my soul. I never separated from any of that. My soul wanted to have this experience. And they're just doing that because I asked them to. We have our soul contracts with these beings. I ask them to do all of that so I know what it feels like. So I can gain that knowledge, that wisdom in this lifetime. So you would know that you are spirit. You would know that these beautiful beings are spirit and they are serving you. And as spirit, you would know that you are constantly serving others. You would never feel bad about anything that you said or did ever. Because you would know within every fiber of your being that you are spirit and that spirit is working through you to serve all these beings. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, it is exactly the right thing that person needs for their experience. There would be no judgments, only love. Because love is all there is. Love is all that is ever happening. So, my beautiful beings, the ego, the separate I, is spirit too. We choose to step into that. We choose to use the ego to create this separate I, this illusion that I am separate somehow. Because out of this simulation, you are never separate, not for 1 second. Can you imagine? It's like you're glued to your mother for all eternity. You are stuck to her side, never separating. This is what it would be like So everywhere you go, your mum's right next to you, right there. Or your dad, whatever you want to call it, you know. It's with you. You are never separate. And the soul yearns to come here, that it can have this experience that, oh, I'm separate. I can play, I can do whatever I want. Mum's not here, dad's not here. You know, whatever you want to call it. That I can do whatever I want, because that's what this place was created for. That I can come here and I can have whatever experience I want, and I can do whatever I want. And I don't have to feel like, mum's right there watching everything I do. And dad's there watching everything I do. You know, I'm connected, completely connected, 24/7 for all eternity. But I can come here and it feels like, oh, no mum, she's nowhere to be seen. No dad, nowhere to be seen. Oh, I'm on my own. Awesome. I can do whatever I want. I have free reign to do whatever I want. Can you imagine? And you come here with Spirit's blessing, because Spirit knows you're safe. There's nothing here that can harm you. Go for it. Do whatever you want. But to have this experience, you need the ego. You need to take on judgments. You need to take on beliefs. Without them, there would be no worry, no doubt, no fear, no pain, because it's all love. It's all love. I wouldn't be afraid of anything. If it's all Spirit, I'm supported, I'm loved, it's all good, I'm one, I'm complete, I'm whole. I don't need anything, because I'm peace, I'm joy, I'm everything, I'm it. I don't need anything. Well, why would I be here? Why would I bother coming here? Think about it. I mean, really, really think about it. If your soul is this incredible, unconditional, unwavering love in the highest frequency, it's the highest frequency of joy, the highest frequency of peace, the highest frequency of love, it's just beyond what you can imagine. Beyond. And it is infinite, and it is eternal, and it is unlimited. Unlimited. It is limitless in its natural state. This is your soul. Limitless. Limitless. You know, sometimes I have to, in this moment, I'm just feeling like, wow. Because so much of this life has felt limited one way or another. You know? It's incredible. It's like mind-boggling when you really stop to think about it. That we come here to know, what does it feel like to feel limited in any way? What does that even feel like? You know? You are this incredible, infinite being filled with infinite possibilities, unlimited. And to be here, to experience limitation, because you've been given this incredible gift called the ego. Here, use it. Take on judgments, take on beliefs, take on fears and worries and doubt, take on guilt and shame. What does it feel like? What does all of that feel like? What does it feel like to be human? What does it feel like to be dense, to be in matter, in this, when we are energy? When you stop to think about all of it, it is absolutely mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. That it's just a miracle that we are here, that we can experience all of this, and that it feels so, so real. And recently, the analogy we keep getting, you know, is of the 3D virtual reality headset, because that is exactly how it feels. When you put on that headset, you forget. You forget you're in your living room. You forget that you've just moved all the furniture away. You are immersed in this new reality when you put on that 3D headset, that virtual reality headset. And the ego is the same. The ego is your virtual reality headset. It's what keeps you in your human experience, because this is what you came for. This is what you came to play with, to be this, to be separate, to be limited. It's incredible, the most incredible gift. But yes, I understand why so many of us just don't like the ego, because for so many of us, for me, for such a long time, it was all negative, 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 all this chatter about how unworthy I was and I'm not good enough and blah, 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 blah. That I got to the point one day where I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear any more of it. I don't want to hear another word. I'm done with you telling me I'm not good enough. I'm done with you telling me I'm not worthy. I'm done, done, done. Stop. You know, done. But that is the ego's job. It is creating the beautiful human experience for you. Assisting you in creating. Assisting. It is a tool. Always remember, it is a tool. But you are the creator. You are the creator. So imagine the ego is like your canvas and the paintbrush and the colors. Is all the tools that you have to paint your masterpiece. But you are still the creator. It's up to you what colors you choose. What colors? Perhaps your beautiful soul came here to know what it is to feel ashamed. To the depths of, I can't feel more shame if I tried. This is the lowest I can get with this. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Shame. That's maybe what your soul came. What does it feel like to be so ashamed that I can't stand to be in my own presence? And that is the color you are painting with on your canvas. What does it feel like to be so lonely, so alone, so separate? Because loneliness comes from feeling separate, that we are separate from Source, that we are separate from everything here. This separation, this illusion of separation creates this loneliness inside of us. I feel lonely. If you only knew the infinite amount of beings that are on the other side waiting to assist. All you have to do is call them in, acknowledge them. They are there. They're always with you, but they can't even hint at their presence if that is not part of your experience here in this lifetime. They can't even hint that they are there. They're not allowed to show themselves. Because in your canvas, with the paintbrush and the colors that you have chosen for this experience, your beautiful spirit guides are not in this painting in this lifetime. You have something else to paint, and perhaps this painting is loneliness. What colors are you going to use for that? So, my beautiful beings, your ego is just the tool. It's just the paintbrush and it's just the colors. And your soul already chose those colors before it came. It already knew this is what it wanted. So let me know in the comments below if there's even just a little bit of love for that beautiful ego and for the gorgeous experience that it has allowed you to have in this lifetime. All right, my beautiful beings, we love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. Your spirit guides want you to know that your ego is a gift. It is a blessing, not a curse. Spirit has given it to you to play, to create this human life, this human experience. All right, my beautiful beings. Bye for now.